This conference will now be recorded.
Yeah, Mehraj, I want you to go through the recordings when you get a time. So when I give some timings, you have to go through it. And instead of going through it, if you're worried about the future classes, I can't help you.
Yeah. Okay.
And let me share my screen. It's already shared. Pause, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Share it. Okay. So from today, we are starting with database concepts. So we are done with Core Java. And if you have any questions, you can ask me in offline. So not in these particular classes. After the class, you can ask me, anyone can ask me questions in Core Java at any point of time after the class, not during the class. Okay?
Yeah. Okay,
Okay.
Ram.
Okay. So on the other day, maybe I think I was trying to explain you the importance of data in the previous classes. Of course, I did not tell you in depth. So as I told, every company, whatever might be the domain, whatever might be the enterprise, any enterprise application, take any enterprise application. It can be telecom enterprise, it can be banking enterprise, or it can be insurance enterprise. Enterprise is nothing but company, correct? So
Yes,
Yes,
any
Ram.
sir.
enterprise application requires data. Data is very important for every enterprise application, correct? So
Yes,
as
Ram.
I told in the previous classes in some examples, for example, if you are working for a banking company, if you are working for a banking enterprise, maybe if you are working for a Wells Fargo company, or if you are working for a Bank of America company, whatever might be the banking domain you're working on, definitely you need data. You want to store the customer data. You want to store the transactions made by the customers. How many transactions made in the last 1 month? How many transactions made in the last 1 year? So you want to store all this data, correct?
Yeah.
Whenever customer wants to see, hey, what are the transactions I made in the last 1 year, you should be able to give that data to him. You cannot say him that, no, I don't save your data. You cannot tell him like that, correct?
Yes, Ram.
Otherwise no one will appreciate your business, no one will appreciate that kind of application. So no one will invest money in your bank, no one will open an account in your bank if you are not giving him the transaction details, if you don't give him what is the current balance, and if you don't give him any other details that he requires. So each and every customer has his own data, correct? The data is very important. You cannot just lose the data just like that. You cannot tell him that I am sorry, I lost your data. You cannot tell him. You cannot afford to tell him. Getting it? Data is very important. Data is very important in any application. Because tomorrow if customer asks you, hey, give me data, if you are not able to give him, he can definitely sue you in the court. Getting it? It's a legal problem. Definitely he will file a case against you. Getting it?
Yeah.
So the data
Yes.
is very important for any application, not only banking application. I guess just one example for banking application. So maybe if you go for a insurance domain, if you're developing a application for Cigna company, Cigna is an insurance company, or as BCBS, Blue Cross Blue Shield, it's an insurance company, or Anthem, it's an insurance company. So all these insurance companies, they also require data. For example, I have an insurance policy with Cigna. If I want to know what are the claims that I applied in the last 1 year, so what is my deductible, how much deductible I used till now, and what is the co-pay or what is the co-insurance. If I want to know if I want to know my plan details, if I want to if I want to check all the claims that I applied, because every time I visit the doctor will send a bill to the insurance company, not to me, correct?
Yes,
Yeah.
Ramji.
And if I want to see how many bills the doctor sent to insurance company, and how much amount the insurance company paid to him, and how much amount I owe to the doctor, if I have to know all those details, I should be able to get the data in the website, correct? When I log
Yes.
in the username and password, I should be able to get the data, correct?
Yes.
So
Yeah.
data, it means I have to maintain all this data somewhere. Data is very important. I have to maintain all this data somewhere.
Yes,
Okay.
Ramji.
So all applications are about data only. You take any application, it's about data. So you just connect, you just get the data and show it on the screen. That's all. Nothing else you will do in any take any application, take any web application or take any website that you know. For example, Facebook website. So what is Facebook website has? It has data. When you log in with your username and password, it will show you data. It will show your photos. It will show your posts. It will show your friends list. That is all those things is your data, correct?
Yes, Ramji.
Yep.
So take any application. So every application has data only, nothing else. So your program will connect to the database. The data will be stored in the database. Okay, that is what we are going to discuss now. The data will be stored in the database. So that's the reason we have to learn about the databases, because as I said, the importance of data in any application, you should be able to save the data in the database. I mean, you have to store the data somewhere. That is nothing but you're storing the data in the database, and your program will connect to the database and get the data from the database and display it on the screen. That's what every application is doing, correct?
Yes,
Yes.
Ramji.
Yeah.
Program has connected to the database, get the data from the database and display it on the screen. Any website, any web application, that is what happening in that is what happening in any web application. It is as simple as that. You're just connecting to the database, get the data, display on the screen, correct?
Yeah.
So,
Yes.
and as part of this course, that's the reason I dedicated this particular database technology as part of this course. I will dedicate almost 1 week to 10 days of time in database only. 1 week to 10 days of time, maybe around I would say around 15 classes. Around 15 classes I will take. It can be 8 to 9 days. Getting it? Because
Yeah.
there
Yes,
is
Ram.
lot of importance for data. There is a lot of importance for data, so we have to learn it thoroughly. We cannot just learn it in 1 or 2 days. Okay? So
Okay.
uh, there are a lot of databases in the market. So, for example, Oracle is a database. Okay? And there is a Oracle database, and there is a SQL Server database. There is a DB2 database. There is a Sybase database. Okay, there is a Postgres database. PostgRE SQL is called Postgres. It's called Postgres, but it's actually PostgRE SQL. So this is one. This is another database. There are so many databases available in the market. So Oracle database is developed by the Oracle company. SQL Server database is developed by the Microsoft company, and DB2 database is developed by the IBM company. So each and every database is developed by some company, correct?
Yeah.
All these are competitors. Obviously, they are competitors. They want to sell their product. So there are so many databases available in the market. So maybe tomorrow when you join the company, when you join any company, they might use Oracle database, or they might use DB2 database, or they might use Sybase database. They might use a different database, correct? You don't know what database that your company is going to use, correct?
Yeah.
Yes.
So it can
Yeah.
be any database. But as part of this course, we are learning about Oracle database, as Oracle database is the more famous database in the market when compared to all the other databases. Okay, Oracle database is the
Okay.
most famous database in the market. Obviously, that is the most famous database when compared to any other database. So that's the reason we are going to learn about the Oracle database as part of this course. And tell me how many of you have Mac laptops? Mac laptop. None of you have Mac laptops?
No,
No.
Ramji.
Okay, cool. So because if you have Mac laptop, so it is not straightforward to install the Oracle database in the Mac laptop. You should have a virtual box installed, set up in that Mac laptop to install Oracle database. So that's fine. As you are having Windows laptop, it is very easy to install the Oracle database. So our first topic is we should learn how to install the Oracle database in your laptops. You have to, every one of you have to install the database. If you don't install the database, how will you store the data in the database, correct?
Yes.
Yep.
First of all, we learn how to install database in your laptops. Then we will learn how to store the data in the database. Okay.
Okay.
So anyway, so what I'm going to do is I will forward one recording on how to install the Oracle database. Actually, I'm supposed to forward this morning, but I did not get a time to forward the recording. I'll forward the recording on how to install the Oracle database. So please follow that recording and install the database by tomorrow evening, everyone. I
Okay.
don't want. I will continue with the class now, but I'm not going to talk about the installation in this class. I will forward you the recording, but I can't waste 40 to 45 minutes for installation now.
Okay, Ram.
Is that okay, everyone?
Yeah, okay. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so Mehraj, did you install the Oracle database? I already sent you the recording, right?
Yes, I did.
Okay, cool. So, so this we are learning about a Oracle DB, the Oracle database, correct? It says
Ramji, I can't see your screen.
now.
Yeah, I can see Ramji.
Okay, so Oracle database is a RDBMS. It's a relational database management system. I hope everyone might have heard about this term called RDBMS. Have you heard about this? At least
Yes.
have you heard about this? I'm not expecting that you know this, but I'm just asking you, have you heard about this?
Yes, Ramji.
So it is a relational database management system. I'll talk about what is relational database management system in the coming days, not now. You won't understand now. I'll tell you what is meant by relational database management system. So Oracle is a RDBMS. DB2 is a RDBMS. SQL Server is a RDBMS. So all the databases that I listed here, they are RDBMS. They are relational database management systems. See, Oracle is nothing but it's a DBMS. It's a database management system. Instead of calling it as a database, I can call it as a database management system. It's a database management system. Oracle is a DBMS. DB2 is a DBMS. Every database that I listed here, they are called DBMS. They are database management systems. They are relational database management systems. I'll talk about what is meant by relational database management system in the coming classes. Okay.
Okay.
But in this class, what I want to talk to you is, so Oracle database, we will install Oracle database anyways. But what I want to explain here is, for example, if I have a Oracle database, I already installed the Oracle database server. I already installed the Oracle database server. I mean Oracle database. Forget about server, Oracle database. I already installed the Oracle database. Now I want to store some data in the database. Why do I store the data in the database? Because whenever I want, I should be able to retrieve that. Correct?
Yes.
Yes.
I'm storing some data means whenever I want, I need to retrieve that. Agreed?
Yes.
Yep.
Otherwise, what is the purpose of storing it if I don't want to retrieve that? Correct?
Yes.
Yep.
So the purpose of database is to store the data and retrieve the data. For example, if you're developing a banking application, I am a customer of your bank. I have an account in your bank. So definitely my data should be there in your database. Correct? So my account number and what is the account name, what is my first name, last name, the entire profile of mine will be there in your database, correct? While opening the account, you take all the details. You'll take my email address, you'll take my phone number, you'll take my address, correct? You'll take everything related to my profile, correct?
Yep.
Yes.
And all that
Yes.
information is stored in your database, agreed?
Yep.
Okay. So now, similarly, suppose if tomorrow if I make some transactions, those transactions will also be stored in the database, agreed?
Okay. Yeah.
So when I ask,
Yes.
give my monthly statement. What is the 1 month? What is the last month statement? So you should retrieve the data from the database for the last 1 month and give the statement to me. Correct?
Yes.
So if you have to retrieve that, you have to store that first. So you should know how to store the data in the database. At the same time, you should know how to retrieve the data from the database. Okay? You should know how to store the data in the database. At the same time, you should also know how to retrieve the data from the database. Any questions here?
No.
No.
Okay. For example, right now I have a balance of $1,000 in my account. Okay, I have $1,000 in my account. Someone, one of my friend transferred money to my account. He transferred $500 to my account. So what is the amount available in my account now? 1,000 plus 500, 1,500, right?
Yes.
So initially the data that is present in my account is $1,000, correct? Now it is updated to $1,500 because the $500 is credited in my account, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
Total 1,000 plus 500 is 1,500. So it is updated. So the data is updated in my account. So there is a data in my account. Now it is updated, correct?
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Suppose if I want to, suppose if you are developing an application for your company. So that application is about all the employees in the company. So how many employees are there in the company and what is the profile of each employee? So what is his address? What is his phone number? What is his email address? So you are storing all these details in the database. You are storing the details of all the employees in the database, correct? In the company's database, correct?
Yep.
Yes.
So
Yes.
tomorrow one employee left the company. So obviously he got a better opportunity and so he left the company. So you have to delete his record from the database, correct? You have
Yes.
to delete that particular employee information from the database. Agreed?
Yep.
Okay.
And for example, a new employee joined the company. So you have to create a new employee data in the database. Agreed?
Yeah.
And similarly, one employee is already present in the database and right now his salary is 2,000. So his salary is increased to 5,000. So you have to update the salary of that particular employee, correct?
Mm.
So you have to create the employee data, you have to update the employee data, you have to delete the employee data, you have to read the employee data. Because if you want to know what is the data of that employee, what is the salary that particular employee is getting, what is the address of that employee, you have to read the data from the database, correct?
Yes.
So these are the operations you typically do with database. What are the operations you do? You create the data, agreed? You create the data in the database, agreed?
Mm.
And you
Yeah.
also read the data from the database, agreed? And you'll update the data in, agreed? And you'll delete the data from the database. These are the operations you generally do in any database, agreed?
Yes.
Yes.
So we should know how to do all these operations. We should know how to create the data. It means how to create a new data in the database, how to read the data from the database, how to update the existing data in the database, and how to delete the data from the database. These are the operations you should know. Agreed?
Yes.
Yes.
So if you look at the first character in the create, it is C, correct?
Mm.
In the read it is R, in the update it is U, in the delete it is D. It is CRUD, CRUD. So they are called CRUD operations. They are called CRUD operations. So everyone has to know the CRUD operations because these are the operations you perform in the database. You create the data, you read the data, you update the data, you delete the data. So these are the operations. Everyone has to know how to perform these operations, how to create the data, how to read the data, how to update the data, how to delete the data. So these operations are called CRUD operations. Any questions till now?
No.
Okay. So now the data is stored in the database. Agreed? Now if I want to get the data, if I want to get the data from the database, I should go and ask the database, hey database, please give me the data. Then database will give you the data, correct? If I want the data from the database, I should go and ask the database. If I don't ask the database, how will I get the data from the database? Agreed? For example, if you go to a restaurant, if you go to a restaurant and order a food, so who will take your order? Whenever you go to a restaurant, one server will come and take the order, correct?
Yeah.
So one server in the hotel will come and take the order. So you will give the order to him, and he will take the order and bring the order and serve the food. That's why he's called server. He's serving the food, correct?
Yes.
He's serving the food. It means you are a customer to the hotel. You are also called as a client. You are a client to the hotel, correct? You are the client to the restaurant. Agreed?
Yeah.
So the server is serving you the food. So listen carefully. Whoever is requesting, he is a client, because you are the one who is requesting the food. You went to the hotel and you requested the food. You are a client. You are calling your client, and you are requesting something, and server is serving you, correct?
Yeah.
Whatever you requested, the server served you. So I want everyone to focus here. I'm talking about an important thing. Whoever request, they are called client, and whoever serve, they are called server. Agreed? Everyone agree to this?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is called client server architecture. This kind of architecture is called client server architecture. So right now in database, I have data. Now I want to get the data. I want to get the data. So I should go and request the database, a database, please give me the data. Then database will give me the data. So database is a server here because it is serving the data. Agreed? So database is called a server because database is the one who is serving your request. Who is serving your request. Agreed?
Yeah.
Yes.
So requesting database, a database, I need data. Then database is giving you the data. So as database is serving your request, whatever the request you ask the database, so database is serving your request. So database is the server. Database is called a server. So here onwards, going forward, I will talk, I will refer Oracle database as a server. Any database, not only Oracle database, any database, I will refer it as a server because it is serving the data. Agreed?
Yeah.
Yes.
And whoever is requesting the data, he is called client, correct? So who is requesting the data here? Who is requesting the data from the database? So if I want to get the data from the database, I need some tools, maybe a tool called SQL Plus. There's a tool called SQL Plus. From this tool, I can ask database by using this particular tool, by using SQL Plus, I can ask database, a database give me the data. Then database will give the data back to the SQL Plus because SQL Plus is asking database, correct?
Yeah.
SQL Plus is asking database. A database give me the data. Then database is giving the data back to SQL Plus. So SQL Plus is called a client here because this is the one who is requesting the data. Agreed?
Yes.
Yes.
He is the one who is requesting the data. So SQL Plus is a client. Otherwise, I can use another tool called SQL Developer. This is another tool. I will tell you how to install these tools in your laptop. Don't worry.
Okay.
So
Hmm.
there is another tool called SQL Developer. If I want to speak with the database, I need a SQL Plus tool or SQL Developer tool. By using the SQL Developer tool also, I can speak with the database. I can ask the database, a database give me the data. I can ask the database. Getting it?
Yes.
So using SQL Developer also, I can communicate with Oracle database. I mean any database, not only Oracle. I can communicate with the database by using the SQL Developer, or by using the SQL Plus also, I can communicate with the database. I can communicate with the database. I can ask the database, give me the data. So then database will give me the data. So SQL Plus is the client because it is the one who is requesting the data, and SQL Developer is the client because it is the one who is requesting the data from the database. Correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
in this particular example, SQL Developer is the client and Oracle is the server. This is the
Server.
client, the server. Whoever is requesting the data, he is the client, and whoever is giving the data, he is the server. Whoever is serving the request, he is serving the request. Correct?
Yeah.
Yes.
So this is called client server architecture. This kind of architecture is called client server architecture. Similarly, I can also use another tool called Toad. There is another tool called Toad. You can install this particular tool in your laptop. You can install the Toad, or you can install the SQL Developer, or you can install the SQL Plus. You can install one of these tools, because if you don't have these tools, you cannot speak with database, because these are the tools using which you can speak with the database. Correct?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
So you have to install these tools. These are tools, and this is the database. Oracle is a database, and SQL Plus is interacting with the Oracle. SQL Developer can interact with the Oracle. Toad can interact with the Oracle. Getting it? You need
Yes.
at least one of these tools in your laptop. If you don't have any of these tools in the laptop, you cannot speak with the database. So what is the first thing we have to do? We have to install the Oracle database in your laptops. So the database server is ready now. Then you also have to install the SQL Plus to interact with the database. Otherwise, you can install the SQL Developer to interact with the database. Getting it?
Yeah.
Any questions here?
No.
Did everyone understand about the client server architecture?
Yes.
Yes.
Who is called client and who is called server? Did everyone understand that, right? With an example of hotel server and client example.
Yes.
Yes.
So you are the customer to the hotel, you are the client to the hotel. You are when you enter into the hotel, you request something, then they'll bring and serve you. Correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
So otherwise, you can also you can use the SQL Plus tool to interact with the database. Otherwise, you can use the SQL Developer tool, or you can use the Toad tool to interact with the database. Otherwise, you can also use the Java program to interact with the database. You can write a Java program and speak with the database. You can speak with the database by writing a Java program. So Java program is the client here, because Java program is the one which is requesting the data from the Oracle database. Correct?
Yes.
Yes.
By
Yeah.
writing a Java program, I can speak with the database. Instead of using the tools, I can write a Java program and speak with the database. So I can request the data from the database. So Java program is a client because it is the one who is requesting the data from the database. Correct?
Yes.
Yes.
So otherwise, I can also write a .NET program to interact with the database. Correct? I can write any program, not only Java program. I can write a .NET program and ask the database to get the data. Or else I can write a Python script to interact with the database. Getting it? Or
Yeah.
else I can also use a Groovy script to interact with the database. There are so many scripting languages as well, correct? You can use any of these
Yes.
languages to interact with the database. You can use a Java programming language, a .NET programming language, or you can use a Python scripting language. Python is a scripting language, it's not a programming language. So you need not worry about all these things, but I'm just giving you an high level idea. If you want to interact with the database, if you want to speak with the database, you can write a Java program. So Java program is a client, because Java program, by writing a Java program, you're asking the database to give the data, correct?
Yeah.
Yes.
So by writing a Python script, you're asking the database to give the data. So Python script is a client and database is a server, correct? Whoever is requesting the data, he is a client, and whoever is giving the data, he is a server. Whoever is serving the request, that is the right word. Whoever is serving the request is a server. Whoever is making a request is a client.
Client.
Yes.
Mm.
Okay, so this is a client server architecture. So these are called client tools, because this is a tool, right? It's not a programming language, it's a tool. You have to install the tool in your laptop. Getting it? You
Yeah.
have to
Yes.
install this particular software. You have to install the SQL Plus software in your laptop. You have to install the SQL Developer software in your laptop. That's a tool. You have to install that. By using that, you can talk to the database. Okay. So in the first 4 to 5 classes, or first 6 to 7 classes probably, I will talk about the SQL Plus and SQL Developer. I will talk about how to install the SQL Developer, how to install the Oracle database, how to install the SQL Plus. I'll talk about all these things, and I'll tell you how to speak with the database by using these tools. Okay.
Okay.
So
Mm.
afterwards, yeah, Toad, I'm not going to talk about it because SQL Developer and Toad are almost similar. So if you know how to use SQL Developer, it is very easy to learn by yourself how to use Toad. Okay. Generally, in real time, people use Toad or SQL Developer. Either SQL Developer or Toad. One of these will be used in the real time, not the SQL Plus. SQL Plus will not be used in the real time. In the real time, people use SQL Developer or the Toad. Getting it?
Yes.
Okay.
But we should always start from the basics. That's the reason I'm starting with the SQL Plus. And I'll explain about SQL Developer, and these both are same. Both look like same, and it's very easy to learn. It's not a rocket science. It's very easy. If you learn the concepts, everything is same. Okay. So after completing those 7 to 8 classes, then I'll talk about Java program. How do you write a Java program and talk to database? How do you talk to database by writing a Java program? How do you request the data from the database? By writing a Java program. Getting it?
Yeah.
Yes.
So this is the plan for the next 11 to 12 classes or 14 classes. We will learn all these things. Okay.
Okay.
So next thing is, of course, we are not going to learn about .NET now. We are not going to learn about Python now. This course is not intended for learning those things. And next topic is, now I want client client to interact with the server. Correct? It has to interact with the server. It has to request the data. Agreed?
Yeah.
So right
Yeah.
now, for example, the Oracle database is installed. Oracle database is installed in Harsha's laptop. In Harsha's laptop, the Oracle database is installed, and the data is present in the Oracle database in the Harsha's laptop. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, Ramji.
So now I want to get the data from that particular database from my laptop. So I have SQL Developer installed in my laptop, or else I have SQL Plus installed in my laptop. So now I want to speak with the Oracle database that is installed in the Harsha's laptop. I want to speak with the database, but which database? So the database is installed in Harsha's laptop, and the database is installed in Divya's laptop. Database is installed in Kathy's laptop. So in every laptop, the database is installed. Correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
But I want to get the data from the database that is installed in the Harsha's laptop. Maybe in Harsha's laptop, the database is storing the data for the Wells Fargo database is present in Harsha's laptop. In Harsha's laptop, the Wells Fargo database is present. Maybe Bank of America database is present in some other database. Okay, and maybe Facebook is present in another database. Getting it?
Yes.
Now I'm a Wells Fargo customer. So when I log into my account, I want to see what is the balance in my account. So definitely I have to go and get the data from the database that is installed in Harsha's laptop because the Wells Fargo database is installed in his laptop, correct?
Yes. Yes, Ramji.
Agreed, everyone?
Yes.
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 Ram.
Okay. So how will I get the data from the database that is installed in some other laptop? Okay. For example, if you want to meet your friend, who is living in New York and you are living in California. Assume that you are living in California and your friend is living in New York. And if you want to meet him, what is the criteria? How will you meet him?
We'll
You
first
want to
call
talk to
him.
him. Huh?
We'll first
Sorry?
talk to him over a phone, and then see whichever thing is okay. Like if he wanna come to California or we are going to New
I'm
York.
asking you, if you want to meet him, how will you meet him?
Probably we'll go to him.
Sorry? You have to go to the New York, correct?
Yeah.
You have to go to the New York. Can you meet him? If you board a flight and if you get into the New York airport, will you meet him directly?
No, we need to know where he is.
You need to know what is the address of your friend, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
Agreed, everyone?
Yes.
Everyone has to
Yes.
know
Yeah.
the address of your friend so that you can go and meet him, correct?
Yes.
Yes,
For
Ramji.
example,
Yes.
his address is maybe some 2300, okay, some ABC Drive, okay, maybe uh, from Trenton, New Jersey, okay, Trenton, New Jersey, some zip code. So this is the address of your friend, okay. So
Yes, ma'am.
now you know the address of your friend. So you went to this address. So you boarded flight or something in whatever might be the mode of transport. You went to this address. Okay, you went to this address. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So after going to this address, okay, this is a big community, and there are a lot of apartments in this community, but you don't know in which apartment your friend is living. So can you meet him?
No. No.
Obviously, you can't meet him, right? So this is
Yes. No.
know which apartment he is living in which what is the apartment number in which your friend is living in, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
So for example, the apartment number is 345 or 547, whatever it is. So if you know this complete address, then only you can go and meet him. Agreed?
Yes. Yes.
And
Yeah.
then you can talk to him. After going to that address, you can meet him and you can talk to him, and you can get whatever the information you want from him. Correct?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. So similarly, now SQL Plus is present in my laptop, correct? And Oracle
Yes.
database is present in Harsha's laptop. So now SQL Plus wants to talk to Oracle database. SQL Plus wants to talk to Oracle database. Okay?
Yes, Ramji.
The SQL Plus is a client using which I can talk to Oracle database and get the data. Agreed?
Yes.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
SQL Plus wants to speak to Oracle database. It means the SQL Plus has to know where the Oracle database is present. Otherwise, how can it speak to Oracle database, correct?
Yes. Yes.
It has to speak to Oracle database. It should know where the database is present. Otherwise, the database is present in my laptop, the database is present in your laptop, the database is present in Arsha's laptop. So to which database I want to talk to? There are so many data. Everyone is going to install Oracle database tonight. Agreed? Because I'm going to send you the
Yes.
recording and everyone will follow the recording and install the Oracle database in your laptops, correct?
Yeah.
Yes,
Yes.
Ramji.
One of us have databases installed in the laptops. So to which database I want to connect to? So do I need to connect to Harsha's database? Or do I need to connect to Divya's database? Which database I want to connect to? So I should know where the database is present, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
If I want to connect to Harsha's database, I should know where this database is present exactly. Where it is present? It is present in his laptop, correct?
Yeah.
Yes.
So every laptop will have a address, agreed?
Yes.
IP
Yes.
address,
Yes.
Yes.
called IP address.
Yes.
If you have a internet in your in your home, if you have a internet in your home, definitely you will have a IP address for your laptop, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
So every laptop will be identified by a IP address. Every mission, every system will be identified by a IP address.
Yes.
So now my laptop is there in California and his laptop is there in New York. So this the SQL Plus software is installed in my laptop. Oracle database software is installed in his laptop. So these two wants to speak to each other, correct? The SQL Plus wants to speak to Oracle database. It has to request the data from the database, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
If it has to request the data from the database, it has to know the IP address of the laptop, IP address of the Arsha's laptop. If I don't know the IP address of the Arsha's laptop, how can I interact with his database? Agreed?
Yeah.
Yes.
I should not see if you want to meet your friend, you should know the address of your friend. Otherwise, you cannot meet him. Correct?
Yes, Ramji.
Yeah.
Yes.
So now you should know the IP address. How do you get the IP address? Go to the command prompt cmd command run as administrator. Just type IP config. IP config. Just click enter. So this is your IPv4 address 10.0.0.182. Okay? This is my LAN network. This is my local network. So this is the IP address of that. This is the IP address. Okay.
Okay.
So this is
Yeah.
the address of my laptop. Agreed, everyone?
Yes,
Yes.
Ramji.
Yeah.
Okay. Now I know the address of Harsha's laptop. Somehow I know the address of the Harsha's laptop. He shared me the address. So I know the address of his laptop. So if I know the address of his laptop, can I talk to the database?
Uh, Not exactly, probably.
Not
Because
exactly.
in that laptop, he installed the Oracle database, he installed the DB2 database, he installed the Sybase database, he installed the SQL Server database, he installed so many databases. He can install any number of softwares in a laptop, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
But I want to get the data from the Oracle database. I don't want to get the data from the SQL Server database. I don't want to get the data from the MySQL database because whatever the data I'm looking for, the data is present in the Oracle database. That data is present in the Oracle database. Getting it?
Yes, Ramji.
Yes.
If I know the IP address of his laptop, it is not sufficient. I cannot talk to the Oracle database. I should know exactly, I should know exactly on what port number that particular database is running. So every
Okay.
laptop will have multiple ports. Each and every application runs on a specific port number.
Yes.
For example, if you want to meet your friend, you are going to the address of your friend, then you should know what apartment number your friend is living in. If you don't know the apartment number, you can't meet him, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Similarly,
Yes,
if you know
Ramji.
the IP address of the laptop, that is not sufficient. You should know on what port number your database server is running. The Oracle database server is running on what port number. Okay. So
Okay.
the Oracle database server is running on what port number? You should know about that port number. Okay. So for example, if the Oracle database is running in my laptop on port number 1521, on this particular port number, the database server is running. Is running means what? The database server can listen to the request made on this port number. If you want to send a request to the database, I want this data. If you want to ask the database, if you have to send a request to the database, correct? The
Yes.
request
Yeah.
can be sent to this particular port number because on this port number, whatever the request that you're sending, the database is listening to those requests. Database will listen to those requests and serve the request. It is running on that port number. It is the database is running on that port number means it is listening to the request on that port number. If you send the request to any other port number, the database will not serve the request because database is not listening on that port number. Getting it?
Yes.
Yes.
If you want to meet your friend, you should go to the correct apartment number. If you go to a different apartment number, will you meet? Can you talk to
No.
your friend?
No.
Obviously, if you want to meet your friend and if you want to talk to your friend, so your friend will listen to you only in that apartment number. If you go to a different apartment number and talk, your friend will not listen, correct?
Yes.
So the Oracle database server, see, I told that I'll refer the database as a server because it is the one who is serving the request. So don't get confused when I say Oracle database server. Any questions?
No, Ramji.
No, Ram.
So the Oracle database server is running on port number 1521 in Harsha's laptop. Let us assume that. Let us assume that it is running on port number 1521. When I install the Oracle database, so the database will run on some specific port number as part of the installation. So it will run on specific port number. Getting it?
Yes.
Yes, Ramji.
So if you want to send a request, to the database, I want this data I want this data. If you want to send any request, you have to send the request to that particular port number because the database is running on that port number. It is listening to the request on that port number.
Okay, Ramji.
Okay, so if I know the IP address, it is not sufficient. I should know the port number as well. If I don't know the port number, I cannot talk to the database. Agreed?
Yes.
Yes.
So now I know the IP address, I know the port number, so I can talk to the database. That's what you're thinking, right? No, I cannot talk to the database
Yeah.
with this information. Because, for example, if you want to meet your friend, so you go to the address, you go to the apartment number, so maybe your friend might have set up if you want to get inside, you have to enter some code, then only you'll get inside. Otherwise, you cannot get inside and you cannot talk to your friend. Okay?
Yes.
Isn't that? You have to enter some code on the door. He arranged some kind of coding. I mean, you have to enter some 4-digit code so that door will
Login
automatically open.
credentials.
So the door will automatically open and you'll go inside and you talk to him. Whoever knows the code,
Yes.
they only can enter they only can enter inside the house. Let us assume that.
Yes.
He set up some security in his home, so no one can enter into his home unless they know the code. You have to enter the code, then the door will open, so then you will enter inside the home and you will talk to him. Okay, that is the setup he arranged in his home. Let us assume that. Okay, so
Okay,
simply,
Ramji.
if you know the IP address, if you know the port number, it is not sufficient. You have to give the username and password. So if you have to give the
Yeah.
username and password, then only you can talk to the database. So whoever knows the IP address, whoever knows the port number, they cannot talk to the database until and unless they know the username and password. Getting it?
Yes, Ramji.
Yes, Ram.
Talk to the database. If you want to talk to the database, definitely you should know where the database is present. What is the IP address of the laptop in which the database server is installed? You have to know the IP address. And you should also know the port number on which the database server is running. Correct?
Yes.
And you should
Yes.
also know the username and password using which you can connect to the database. Using which you can talk to the database. You should know the IP address, you should know the port number, you should know the username, you should know the password. Any questions here?
Does the port number vary from each and every laptop, Ramji, for the same Oracle?
That depends on what port number you're installing in your laptop.
So we can give the port number,
You
or
can
it
give the
will.
port number. Whatever the port number you want to give, you can give the port number and you can run the database on that port number.
Okay, Ram.
Okay, so that is okay. That is configurable. You can configure that value. You can while installing, you can say that I want to install the database on port number 1521, or I want to install in 1522, you can give that port number. If you don't give the port number, by default, the database will be installed on 1521 port number in every laptop. Any questions here?
No.
No. No.
No, Ramji.
So I'm just trying to give some information about what is database, what is meant by server, what is meant by client. So how client and server communicate with each other. Getting it? I'm trying to give some high level
Yes.
explanation today. I'm not going to write any programs or anything today. I'm just giving you some explanation. Just a introduction class to database. So starting from tomorrow, so once everyone install the database in their laptops, we can start writing the things.
Yes, Ramji.
Okay, Ramji.
So any questions till now, Mehraj?
No. No, Ram.
Okay. So now you went to your friend's home, you know the address, you know the apartment number, you know the username and password, so you entered inside the home, right? Because you enter the username and password on the door and then the door automatically opens, then you went inside the home. Now you want to speak with your friend, okay?
Yes.
If you want to speak
Yes.
with him, if you speak in English, and for example, your friend doesn't understand English, let us assume that. Your friend
Yes.
understands only Spanish. He doesn't understand English. If you speak in English, if you request something, if you ask something, hey, I need this, if you ask him in English language, will he understand that?
No.
Can you communicate
No.
with your, so do you know what is meant by communication? Communication means,
Yes.
so the thing that you have to make the other person understand what you're speaking. That is what I mean. That is what I mean by communication, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
So can you communicate with your friend in English language? Will he understand that?
No.
No.
He doesn't understand. So he cannot serve your request. Whatever the request you're asking him, he cannot serve your request because he doesn't understand the request. Agreed?
Yes.
Yes.
For example, when you went to a restaurant, the server will come and you're giving the order to him. And if you speak in English language and give the order to him, and if he doesn't understand English, so he doesn't understand what you're requesting for. If he doesn't understand what you're requesting for, how can he serve the food for you? Correct?
Yeah.
So when two people are communicating with each other, definitely they have to communicate in a common language. Otherwise, they cannot communicate to each other. Correct?
Yes.
Yes.
They have to speak in a language. They have to speak in an understandable language. They both have to understand what they are speaking. Correct?
Yes.
Yes.
And only they can communicate with each other. So now, by using SQL Plus is a client. So using the SQL Plus or using the SQL developer, I connected to the database. I connected to the database. How did I connect to the database? Because I know the IP address of the database. I know the port number on which the database is running. I know the username and password. I know all these details.
Username, password.
So by using all these details, I connected to the database. I created a connection to the database. Getting it?
Yes, Ramji.
Yes.
Now, once I connect to the database, now I want to talk to database. But I have to talk to the database in such a way that database has to understand what I'm speaking, what I'm requesting for, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
So database has to understand what SQL Plus is requesting for, what SQL developer is requesting for, because SQL developer connect to the database. You're connecting to the database by using a SQL developer, correct?
Yeah.
You are
Yes.
connecting to the database by using a SQL Plus. So SQL Plus connected to the database. The client connected to the server, correct?
Yes.
By using all the details of the server, the IP address of the server, the port number of the server, the username of the server, password of the server, by using all these details, the client connected to the server. Agreed?
Yes.
Now, after connecting to the server, now client has to talk to server. Client has to request the data from the server. Agreed?
Yes.
Yes.
So it has to talk in such a way that database has to understand what it is talking, what it is requesting. So it so the database understands only one language. Database understands only one language. It doesn't understand any other language. Database understands you have to speak only in that language to the database. Otherwise, the database won't understand. What is that language? That is a query language. That is a query language.
Very
So you have to send a query. You have to send a query to the database. It's a query language. You have to send a query by using query language. Getting it?
Yeah.
You have to send a query to the database. Then database understands the query. Otherwise, database doesn't understand what you are speaking. If you speak in English language, you have to send a request by using a query language. You have to send a request to the database by using a query language. Getting it?
Yeah.
Yes.
So we have to learn how to write the queries. You have to learn this language, obviously. So you don't know this language, right? This is the first time you're listening to this. You are listening about this, correct? You don't know what is this
Yeah.
query language. Agreed?
Yes.
Yeah.
So if you don't know Spanish, you have to learn Spanish and talk to your friend. Otherwise, your friend doesn't understand, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
So if you don't know the query language, you have to learn the query language. You should know how to write the queries and how to send the request to the database by using queries. Getting it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So you have to learn these queries. So this is the next thing we are going to do. So what we are going to do is we are going to install the database first. That is the first thing. We are going to install the Oracle database in everyone's laptops, and we are going to install the SQL developer and SQL plus. I need one of them to talk to database, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
So after that, by using the SQL plus or SQL developer, whatever it is, by using that, I will connect to the database by giving all the details like IP address, port number, everything. I'll connect to the database. After the connection is created, after the connection is established between the client and server, now the communication will start. So you have to send a query to the database, and the database will send the response back. Getting it?
Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
You have to send a query to the database, and database will send the response back. So just to represent that in a pictorial way, in a graphical representation, one second. For example, this is the client and this is the server. It means this is the SQL plus and this is the Oracle database, correct?
Yes, Ramji.
And it
Yep.
is present in California and it is present in New York. Now
Yes.
these two has to communicate with each other, correct? So what
Yes.
you have to do is you have to create a connection. You have to create a connection. You have to create a connection between them. Creating a connection means what? Maybe like you have to connect both of them using a some pipe kind of thing. It's a pipe like a water pipe, some pipe. So through this once the connection is established, so through this pipe you can send the request and the response will be sent through this pipe back to the client, correct?
Yeah.
Yes.
You need some
Yes.
pipe kind of thing which connect both of them, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
Mm.
So you need to establish a connectivity. You need to establish a connectivity between client and server. That is what I mean by creating a connection. I have to create a connection to the database from the client, correct?
Yeah.
Yep.
So is creating a connection is nothing but some kind of pipe I have to establish between them so that the data flows from that pipe from client to the server. So you can send a request, you can write a query. The client can write a query and send the query to the database through this pipe, through this connection, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
And the database will receive that query. It understands the query language, so it understands what you're requesting. So it will send the response back to you through the same pipe again, through the same connection again. Agreed?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
So obviously, if I need to communicate between client and server which are present in different locations, correct? I need a network in between. If I don't have a internet, can I communicate between the client and server?
No.
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 Because they are two different laptops, right? How these two laptops can
Yes.
communicate with each other? How the client in one laptop can communicate with the server in another laptop, correct?
Yeah.
Yes.
I need a
Yes.
network in between. I need a internet. Agreed. If I don't
Yes.
have
Yeah.
a internet, if I don't have a network, definitely I can't communicate between client and server. Agreed, everyone? So
Yes.
the
Yes.
pipe
Yes.
that I'm talking about, is a network pipe. It's not a real pipe. It's a virtual pipe. It's a network pipe. Correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
Network pipe.
So it's not a virtual. It's not a real pipe. It's a virtual pipe I'm talking about. Obviously, if you are from the computer science background, you know about these network pipes. But anyways, even if
Yes.
you don't know about it, don't worry about that. It's not our topic. Okay? So
Okay.
I have to create a connection between the client and server. If I have to create a connection between the client and server, the client has to know where the server is present. Otherwise, how can it create a pipe from this point to this point? It has to know where exactly the server is present, correct?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
It has to know the IP address of the server. It has to know the port number on which the server is running. Server, when I say server, it is nothing but database. It's a database server, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
So don't get confused. So going forward, whenever I say server, it is database server. Whenever I say client, it is SQL plus client or SQL developer client. Depends on the tool which I'm using. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Or it can be Java program also. The client can be Java program also, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So I have to create a connection and send the queries through this connection to the database. That's all. That's all we are going to do as part of this course. We will send multiple. You should know how to write the queries. You should learn the query language. You should learn the query language. We are going to learn about that language in this course.
Okay.
Okay. Ram.
So how many of you already know how to write the SQL queries?
I know only small bits, Ramji, not full.
Others?
Me too, Ramji. Same.
Okay. So trust me, even if you know, you will learn a lot of things as part of this course. I'll make sure that you will learn so many things in this course. Okay.
Okay.
So even if you know, focus here. Definitely in each and every topic I'm telling, you will learn a lot. You might think that you know it, but you don't know that. So there are so many things you have to learn.
Yes.
Okay. So
Okay.
Okay.
I believe already you might have observed the difference with this class. Definitely, I hope everyone learned so many things in this class.
Yes,
Yes.
Ramji.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So every one of you might have worked with SQL queries, but you people don't know what exactly query, correct?
Yeah.
Yes, Ramji.
Yeah.
What is the language? It is called a language. You don't know all those things, correct?
No.
Yes.
No. Yes.
So you will observe the difference in each and every class. You will learn a lot of things. So don't miss the classes in between. So you have to attend the classes regularly. And starting from today, we will learn everything which is related to your real time. Okay. So
Okay.
don't miss the classes. Don't miss the classes. That is what I'm trying to say. Every day, two
Okay, Ram.
classes. So you should not miss the classes. Even if you miss the class for some reason, for some unavoidable reason, if you are missing the class, you have to go to the recording and come to the class.
Okay, Ramji.
Okay, Ramji.
Okay, fine. And
Yeah.
I also asked you to go through the exception handling classes. So please go through them as well, because by the time I complete this SQL developer and SQL plus, so by the time I start the Java program to connect to the database, you should know about the exception handling. Okay?
Okay,
Okay.
Ramji. Hello.
Yeah, tell me.
Are you gonna send us the multi-threading videos to Ramji, or are you gonna talk
No, I'm
about
not
that?
going to send you right now because you don't have time to go through all those things. First, go through whatever I sent and practice whatever I'm talking. So at the end of this course, I will forward those recordings.
Okay, Ramji.
Okay. Bye.
Okay.
Bye everyone.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you.
Bye.
And Arsha, are you there? He left. Okay.